What's up guys, I am the Squirrel's Nuts and I thought I'd bring you a very quick update video on the IRNV Scope. It's recently been patched on the PS3, I don't believe this has hit the PC or possibly the Xbox yet. So I just wanted to basically show you some of my older footage, which is the gun as you probably have it. And what I want you to pay attention to is a few things. The quickness that you scope in, as you'll see in a second, you see that? Instantly scope in, the clarity of the image, and the range of the image. Now that was outdoor footage. This is inside the dark tunnel, where you would expect a scope like this to work at its best. As you can see, lots of clarity, the enemy show up, very bright colours, the background is generally sort of toned down, and it's a very effective scope. Too effective, in fact, as many people will testify. The new one, which has come out, which you'll see in a second, I think you'll find, as I do, it's quite a ridiculous patch. Now here it is. This is the very first time I'd put it on after the patch, and watch what happens. I scope in, and I am quite shocked by what I see. There you go. Now I know outside here is a little bit dusty, but is it me, or is that gun enhancing the dust? So I thought, let's look at the sun. And the sun obviously disappears, which it would do, it being a very, very hot object, and you point a thermal scope at it. What? But anyway, as you can see, I'm playing around with it here, and I'm noticing that as I sort of scope in, it takes a while to sort of settle down, which it never did before. Sort of scope in delay. So I wondered if they'd done anything with the tank thermal, and they haven't, so fine, that's completely left as it is. So what's it like as you're running around using it? You come up to a tunnel, and wow, look at that! Seriously, you scope in, and it's like looking through fog. And then it kind of settles down, and the clarity comes over the course of a second or two, and then you get these weird thermal lines. It's ridiculous. It's pretty unusable. I just don't know what they've done with this scope at all. So anyway, the scope in delays there. There's a massive delay. When it does settle down, the clarity is still very bad. And inside, as you'll see now, this is inside the dark areas. You'd expect it to be at its most effective here. Maybe not so outside, but indoors you'd expect it to be very effective. And it really isn't. I mean, that is a horrible, horrible image. I don't know what you think of this, but you know, my own take on this is that this scope may as well, it probably should have been removed from the game anyway, but it might as well be removed from the game. I really can't see anybody using that scope. You know, I used to use it because it gave me a massive advantage, but it didn't give me any disadvantage. Now it gives you a massive disadvantage, and I can't see why this gives you anything at all. So, DICE, take it out the game. Okay, so I've put together this slide which shows you the before and after. At the top is the before and down the bottom is the after. So on the left we've got inside the tunnel, where you would expect it to be very effective in dark areas. Above you can see before it was very effective. Down at the bottom you can see it's very ineffective. On the right we've got outside. You can see there the clarity on the top right image and the range, and there wasn't any scope in delay. And down the bottom right, afterwards, there's, you know, it's like looking through fog. The enemies are not very clear. Well, they are still clear, but not anywhere near as clear. But it's the scope in delay, I think, that really kills this scope off. So, to summarise, a huge scope in delay. You come into a firefight with somebody, you're going to lose. There's a massive clarity drop and a range drop as well. Results: huge disadvantage. This scope will never be used again by me. Let me know what you think. This is the Squirrel's Nuts signing off.